even though Oliver Blanchard, the fund's chief economist, was careful not to draw strong policy conclusions from the work. Others have seized on the IMF numbers as proof that deficit reduction efforts by governments are misguided. Paul Krugman, the Nobel Prize-winning economist and writer for the New York Times, wrote that the research directly contradicts current GOP U.S. Republican Party doctrine. An exercise by the Financial Times to replicate and evaluate the IMF's work, however, shows that the results suggesting very large multipliers, the relationship between deficit reduction efforts and growth, do not easily. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Stand up to a different choice of countries being used in the analysis nor the use of a different relevant time period. The size of the multiplier was once a long-forgotten relic of Keynesian economics, deemed irrelevant in modern economic analysis. But as the economic crisis has ground into its fifth year, it is central to thinking about deficit reduction. When countries started to repair the budgetary damage to their economies in 2010, some thought raising taxes or cutting spending would have no effect on growth, or it would help expansion by raising confidence. Most economies, thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Such as Britain, thought that deficit reduction would hit growth, but for every £10 billion of tax rises or spending cuts, output would shrink by around £6 billion, a multiplier of 0.6. The research this week in the World Economic Outlook suggests these estimates are systematically too low and actual multipliers may be higher, in the range of 0.9 to 1.7. The IMF arrived at that conclusion using a simple statistical model on 28 countries, chosen from some EU countries and some other advanced countries. Specifically, it found that in its April 2010 economic forecasts, growth projections between thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. 2009 and 2011 were generally too optimistic for countries which plan to undertake deficit reduction and too pessimistic for those that plan to stimulate their economies. From this it concluded that its own estimate of the damage done by fiscal consolidation was too small because deficit reduction is more painful when interest rates are close to zero and other countries are also consolidating budgets. But in publishing the chart, the IMF's work appeared to be highly dependent on Greece and Germany, so the FORT attempted to replicate the IMF work. Further examination found that the full set thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Of data did not exist on the IMF's website. The IMF also had included Romania, Bulgaria, Hungary, Poland and South Korea, but excluded New Zealand and some EU countries with successful